The shadow of the pandemic hangs over the holiday, as President-elect Joe Biden urges the U.S. to hang on. Virus numbers reach records in the county that saw the first U case, in January. This briefing has ended. Follow our latest coverage of the coronavirus pandemic. Americans were celebrating Thanksgiving on Thursday with the pandemic at perhaps its most precarious point yet. Coronavirus cases in the United States have reached record highs, with an average of more than 176,000 a day over the past week. Deaths are soaring, with more than 200 announced on both Tuesday and Wednesday, the highest daily totals since early May. Even as reports of new infections begin to level off in parts of the Midwest, that progress is being offset by fresh outbreaks on both coasts and in the Southwest, where officials are scrambling to impose new restrictions to slow the spread. The national uptick includes weekly case records in places as diffuse as Delaware, Ohio, Maine and Arizona, where more than 27,000 cases were announced over 7 days, exceeding the state's summer peak. Pennsylvania and Arkansas on Thursday reported daily records for the number of new cases. In New Mexico, grocery stores are being ordered to close if 4 employees test positive. In Los Angeles County, California, restaurants can no longer offer in-person dining. And in Pima County, Arizona, which includes Tucson, cases have reached record levels and officials have imposed a voluntary curfew. What we're trying to do is decrease social mobility, said Dr. Theresa Cullen, the Pima County Health Director. Deaths are also surging, especially in the Midwest, the region that drove much of the case growth this fall. More than 900 deaths have been announced over the past week in Illinois, along with more than 400 each in Indiana, Ohio and Wisconsin. Health officials have worried aloud for weeks that large Thanksgiving gatherings could seed another wave of infections at a time when the country can scarcely afford it. In many places, hospitals are already full, contact tracers have been overwhelmed and healthcare workers are exhausted. Wisconsin is in a bad place right now with no sign of things getting better without action, said an open letter signed by hundreds of employees of UW Health, the state university's medical center and health system. We are, quite simply, out of time. Without immediate change, our hospitals will be too full to treat all of those with the virus and those with other illnesses or injuries. More than 260,000 people have died of coronavirus in the United States. In a speech on the eve of Thanksgiving, President-elect Joseph R. Biden Jr. spoke of his family's losses, and urged Americans to hang on, and called for unity. I remember that first Thanksgiving, the empty chair, the silence, said Mr. Biden, whose son Beau died in 2015. It takes your breath away. It's really hard to care. It's hard to give thanks. It's hard to even think of looking forward.